the priest in charge of St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church, West Hills, new plaque from members of CPC and all the pensioners. Happy birthday. Nyamisha na onye ukesiye. Saso na tufuhene of Ewutu Traditional Council. Nai adawu diakwe ene eye wawuda. Ifri Kasho so tu labi communications officer NDC Ewutu Senior West. Ene enti eye Ewutu Traditional Council tufuhene ene wawude. Kasho so ma happy birthday. Nyame unsha wo onyo kese wonto won kwanem we a traditional leader nine adewu diakwe wona wosan yutu fo hene ewo Ewutu Traditional Council na ewa wode wo so mama wodapa nyame nsha wo no wonto won kwanem na wonyo kese osopa saso ena na echa na wo kumase efri Dr. Felicia uso ansa honomo ene mofra no ne me abenachi boachi nyina ese ba happy birthday nana nyame nhyiraw na onye okese wonto won kwande mu na otutu anamonsi enti abusua ni nyina ase ye do pa nyame nhyiraw na onye wo kese ene ye zoom into ensema edepono so Ghana demands probe into Lebanon attack as 4 peacekeepers injured in missile strike. We say yes sama ye babedi e ho komo foreign affairs minister Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa Enediato UN General Secretary nim say esi etimi do suko ni yehu de kofa baaye we say eye transparent esi mutimi da ho fine na yehu na obi bia so a esese ye de so mobo no ye de ebebo sabe ye ka say Ghana for ya srafo a wo mo pa ba ko prayi pa nti yebedi eho enkomo Bahama double speak on impact of external shocks on Ghana. Sasala citizen judge cost of living, not inflation upon Kroma Asamode Atsu Ijanono. And before my becoming sir, a Honorable Charles Forson, a member of parliament, Emma Omanfo Motema Central, Honorable Ewahasi Saso, and Honorable Bernard Bediakon Esquire, member of parliament, Emma Kwetia. Yeshu anymore said Dr. Hayford Yeboah, or a lecturer in SI political communication. Wisconsin University College ebabeka yensa nti yemrashe bedwem phobia no abedru edie ene na mame mo makwaba ne mbunra ensem no empemfo mo mache mo matenase me maye nyina yeti nkwanso anano fi ada na Ghana di mfinhia edusia enkono we beka se osie we de mema musimen yeti efri hono said your mine esi ko ne mfinhia edusia enkono so no na se we nipa anko ko retirement wo obo amfie nkono ababeto ekiri enti said esi ko no sa pepepe enesese ekona na honorable force in the last week in amino share ba honorable be dia kodie and then the first time amino share me mo akwaba bibia bokodie
ya me ado
ye
samusu mo hoye
ya me ado me hoye pa enti ba me ma wosima na enti fo bi wo hono mana ansani aboy ura
first of all me da was na maminchia the good people of Tama Central na me party for so me party penny for MPP and the presidential candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ghana did 69 a long journey obiaba kan so ye Singapore Malaysia omom wo he they did to ho a chese ya ka chire kura but I hope said next year 70th no transformational leadership no it will come to play.
Okay.
Inyama ekokoso amana so no. We need to be a united country. I'm sure we'll come back to that.
Okay.
But March pass here. But also it me nyama bia I mean ebeja legacy. 6 March we then as a person me eye screening. In person also. In Kolano, echo March pass, but in Peninfo and in Bebuno, we did a lot, and out of it, no, me partners be there's the international US. Out of it, about 102 Junoma Bayomu surgery. I mean, Tomoke we are just 6 March 2026. No, near film. I believe say tangentially we need to start changing it. Men can say yenja March pass, no, but also it me vary ne kakra na ya ka cost na ade na Ghana no yentumi marching always or say Ghana no e fa ntuma pa but that said and done we did say obi aso atwen say 2028 baba the MPP will truly come and transform this nation. Thank you. Medase.
Yo, me so medase honorable.
Yo, ba me say enokwe Ghana di fi edusia enkom. Se ni awoken ya be de ya na me ka bibi say. You see, oman bia wone how eno wo na ho den so. Oman yenye exception. Yenso ye obabi a ya ho den wo. Of course, after fie edio siankron ups and downs especially instability where ya memo coup d'etats near there, but at least ya benya the Fourth Republic 30 years are you stable. Of course, Ghana is one of the most peaceful countries and yes, ye nisi kabibre. But as no yemfesika ento it for me as of mine baby I be do ni asumdua e wo no media ye plus my yem problems ni bebre economic. Of course elsewhere nso no ebi o my economy ne ye kakra but asumdua ni ho minim ni e be choose hope economy aranso enti largely for me because you see asumdua ni baby even enkwakra no enye because we nim say obinya nkwa the next day anaze na say be unim nkwa nso dia na say ebiye na no eti me mom dia mechusu asomdwe na mahwe say enidaso ho eti eye kwan tenten da bia aba bedu for me eye but enye ye and so abaya ba obi eye na fam die kakra timamufo yenso ye de ne mesre ne se niema aban ye no yen no ya aman aban bi e ba bia nti yenso yen dane ye ho ani yen sesa yesu yen nye niema e beboa na niema aban bia be ye no oye e de boa yen ane yenso yen nye mu faso se ya anya ne sa na se bribia no ye fo se eden mi gina ekire ha metwa mani na zo bia ni ma metimi ahwie bola egu ho no mu a enkusi hwe sebe ebi abadwen se wo yeme se yowura kufu ado ewura mahama ote Jubilee House ne ho ba bia nu ha di fin be ho bada ha wo de gu a
so so enyi fa ho
se ni ayaye ho no enyi fa ho da se wo enti mene wa na yedi e ho abro we are bedroom so na den yaban for zoom line for ba be pra wa me pray eti ne mesre ne se mfie ya yedi a ye hwe nim se aban enye niema mfamwa temamufo no yenso temamufo no yenso yenye niema mfamwa oman no ne ntimi mboa ne enia yenye mfa so eti me de yes they cost 70 years even Bible cry ekase enipa kra onyankopon ma yemfie zen edioso etineze o se send sa dia gaga na ekwa wiye no onyankopon ti yebe esase yediye ye wo bibia e fata sese yediye etinipa ewo mu no da bia me kan yan ani ye wo street ni mu a mu no yan ani ye ba be MPs yan ani ye be ministers yan ani ye be president ye nkofo obi mfi Afghanistan de be enti yan aye ho nti yesu ni eban no eno na kire ba bia ese yedu enti medem se kwan wo yanim but nei se ni amiminim na se Ibra ka bibi 1 minute you see then o ka bibi si yentimi nkoso match ya so match ne de onze abeye bibi symbolic so wo hu enti ni ese ye mom ene se ye behwe se yen sei sika bebre wo hu se ni awoken and I think say no de yemfa na asema President John Dramani Mahama because you see answer no urban say smart near ye independence in fact we kufu ado crowd was rotate no. Can you imagine the last time a year na Ekufredia I was in Kufredia and the amount of resources come because transporting everything from Accra the cocoa fruit just for 6 months. The cost of it is a cost there. Any na a nay near one in the year far better because it's symbolic. Match it as a match, but see, can we go on Yama in Tika be a bit to me. I mean, it's a district and so are buying a catcher, municipal and district chief executives. And it's a moon says it can be brought more. A certain that you say, even say your white of crowd don't spend so much on it. It's a crobby and yanny, change so be Fred district in India, because that is expensive. It's a fee no crobia, kaka, crobia, and they've got no transport it, a school phone, quetchy, and a yin and cofa, a be brain farmer. It's all in all, no, yeah, when him saying that's all, my.
Okay, and then now you zoom into your discussion.
Me a bit of correction, Kakra. Nyame kind is marching will go on, but also it may vary in the sense that me marching all right, but me ice cream count.
Oh,
so
okay.
Next year around,
add value to marching.
Yes, no? Assess it. The last previous year we are 6 March now. I can say March pass. As you to me, ice cream now. You to me, surgery for Nipa 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Into what kind of say Banasa be a Marshall near or Honomono and try no one be impactful.
Apart from no, there are so many stakeholders.
Okay.
We MPs
and they will come
Buddha.
I didn't say drew and they maybe say there's a Honum Diana MPs more dream Hopa, a ban of market here, Sibian Crofo, Mama Chibam Honomo, obese consultation. A honor Diana more agreed on that part.
You see, MP, yeah, the the only point of departure, a quine and namsono, also, Odo Sibia, Ubiso, Bianfa Hambra, and Fibra, and open departure. But apart from a no, the Enya, but I mean, never MPB or say, my ship is your man, and Pie Bonnet Crunum, but Ubia on our drink. Our plenty. A Drew says, Sunny, I walk Kenya, and your money be brave together because near can't. Near why a coming so Ubia, ye Nisa, or Yandis, near an IMP. A year or man for no sorry, I'm opponent says I become member of parliament on I'm copy school fees and go to him and who names all ye we are. In fact, party cry be a do bar power, ni power about Jamba Besser, they be crying then Unisa party. But we MP Mobia. The at that moment, there's all ye. Dear Cruz are there. Okay. Obi dey different.
Okay, you Ghana demands probe into Lebanon attack as for peacekeepers injured in missile strike. Into Mamisha same free honorable.
Rather unfortunate, but yeah, me as say yenya obi anhwe ne nkwa. And then yeah better me as but peacekeeping.
But before no time wa eye entokwayi koso who envision say bibisa ebetimi ato Ghana for Lebanon.
So once we are subset of the main Lebanon, Hezbollah or Israel is well determined say but truncate bibi or more no. Bibi me see I mean ebetimi they are called war AC war Iran, Israel, American war. So Saudi for encounter, but ramification it do be but the Americans say we have to call for world peace. It's only peace. Minya can be peace any economics. Maybe me pay peace near me pay both. The world superpowers now say yes, Ram say. Ntokono I am say ya bedo so kakra. Doors no pressure no air buy so pressure no if you am and the BBC fuel prices crude oil has shot up to over 20%. Naturally say yeah baba bread but media minim say yeah bread because time Russia Ukraine war AC na here can say ramification it was hard on Ghana no His Excellency, then candidate, President Mahama, also Odabi, any effect. Inti Mijidi say Ghana shocks now, external shocks now, babano, yet ye so resilient say, any effect. But on the peacekeeping, no, Ghana, Asadie say we are part of the UN. Asadie, but the plea that I'm pleading is the world we are seeing here peace. Ultimate and Tokano Mbritiwa Emsa Doso Dodo. One baby Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, just name it. Less developed nation or developing nation, yani. So I'll plead, and I know our God is a listening God. About temper mercy with the through the hearts of the stronghold, countries, some superpowers, so that they'll take a measure, they'll take a step back and say, if we are so penny, almost say we are because war in Lebanon, I'm sure say, Mimi am for no common paper and America. The greatest way is say they have their lives, and then government has asked for a probe. The probe will come by Obianim Mesa and baby a few by and Hezbollah force a best from Lebanon, a beautiful country, but yes, I know. Into Mesre, I hope your friend is a Yeniamuno paper, and yes, so grievous say, I'll see it will be nice. Now they'll come back to life. Until Niamero Canon, we ask for world peace.
Nanda wa me ba honorable honomo foreign affairs minister kase UN secretary general omo improbe no we because to what end ye probe na ya hweden ye yes investigations no what outcome be na ye expect to see benya
yo that's it. I'm say me sha say no o de Independence Day dey e de intimanchia one kasa crowd tidwomi so my first time I'm no wushia with this ti me chiamo ene eye wapamfo ni ane eye adwumawura edanase mo aye hakama pa na menchia
until next time mo ba mo betutu kenti
papa in fact ya tutu a me say me dia hye wia na 6 match me di ko gina okoje nchia
okay
ana eja obe ni day me feel say say you guada bia say yen hye ne fiada nso de wo hodada president Kufuor breso nti say ne de say ya e be wiase no na say the whole week and I think it's fine okay betia in say Ghana month no to say the month of March no throughout to be but what is interesting it drew and you may be the aya hu hwe enye say ye lawyer for yi and then be a friend Friday when ye ni hwe o kokota ni ese wo sha
na o tutu nu fufu ya
o shi wo mu ewia bo awo wo mu you have to so menchia me akwetiafo nso akwetiaman eja o madaro maintain ne me wo enkran
na wo kan me ba wo kan ya tade yes when him said this independence nso no day in celebration no yes Ghana jesi so pa
short
am prize no so
parliament come be ba honum na edu ba bi kra me ya msuo me kwaba me koba ya
na asa yes
Ghana fo akere odo akere yes papa mu boni mu ya kire odo ya kire Ghana across board and I think say na see ye no o man e wa ni ti bi drew say na ye bibia to nchen ni aya kampo ni aye eno ana abedu baby asem a wo de ba ye you see Ghana for peacekeeping and adiom ko na peacekeeping hyehyɛ mu no ene mra ni mu no United Nations edin mu na omo de wo ho United Nations no asudie say ese so omo hwe omo so on mi aba ya wo bibi a friend no war crime ya ka war crime a say guy war de esi a u betimi atutu abom ya ram so ma to bi abo na enia but war mu no ya war crime ne e kire ne say entokwa na aba no eye me ne o na enya ensese ko honorable ho entokwa bia ebe bia no e won nhyehyeye it is a wo bibia fresh stray bullet se me ne wu kikikiki na se bia o cameraman ye wa ha ya na so no abo na bibi ko kana it's a crime within the world because on can ya ye
no o me count
on count it is a wahwa in all these you know even America for with all their powers ne your friend is saying Israel for as much as possible they are not after the civilians say be omo nam terrain no ba omo target baby ntin so ko bibia na bonin kwachi aha na ya target ya nipa be wa ha na ebia omo nim so wa ha omo de ye ade enye na ebia omo akwa bombe ona aka nipa, and that is what is happening. Otherwise war crime it is say ntimi ntanase asoman na sebe asamo aye kan ewom so omo free mu de but obi adidam obi de hye oten baby ye adwuma no man not atam no say UN force say be ye adwuma mom nti ya ni ya fa na free a ene e de nako ni bibi a hye man nsa ye nso ye de ne hye UN nsa nti UN for nso aso die say so mbo mobile eno nti ene ya petition UN minister say UN for nhwehwe asem nim ne ye ya sebe ya soja for omo ba be ye adwuma no mo sebe ye ni interest bia won tokọ ekoso yimo na mokoye na omu pra itibidem gidi se ne kwan so ano no na menim se senka minister ana aban ne kora anya saa ka menim po se ka titiri ne minority ombe raise and raise a eye se raise because Ghana for the se Ghana for bambo hu hian di se ne minister ka se ogino mampanyi din mu se UN nhwehwem na asotwe bi wo ba bi se because ye omra public your friend is international law no afa de ya yesase ato agu ba bi. I am not too sure adia cost wo krum has say amman ya no ebinuma be yom ho class captain, which for me I am for because also might be a sovereign say bibi because after the Second World War no as if we say ya adwen say ye man tokwa ye wiase ni antokwa nsibio it na ye anim ne say ye beka en ho abom ni ayen hyehye so obi ye bibi na nya no wa ye de na ba hyehye nanim eno ne am ye ti United Nations after the United Nations minim baby e wo sese eti sebe asoman wa hote wa wo se oman we ni omo ye ne nye wo se wakoche ne mampani oman we ni omo wa in your own estimation oman we ni oye ne nye wo se wawura ha who is judging say ne wo se kura na enokre. There should be an arbiter sebe be no nya asem na wo ho odin cha mia nti wo se ni aye ne nya nti mabu
that just all ro meka wa from beti
so na me de minim se nka ne ese ye mom ne se ye be nya baabi independent arbiter na won sem a wo ka so obi ye bibi enye no ye de ni akodan na nipa akro no ana ekuoku no aye nhwehwemu oye nhwehwemu no hu se o ampa ne ekoso no enya no the sanctions anya man ne United Nations omo nhwehwe ma no but then your mind be oh NSS ya no ho so no ye wiase ni class captain eti ono ate ho no hu no se ade a wo ye no nya no ate asi na ye yes sebe hwan no se ye de me yonko ye ndeme ye nim the next country or more ba eti media bisusu se ade e koso no let's call a speed because next instability aba wiase ni a hwe ba bi a o makwa Iran for nso monso ade no of course enya aba. But the entire point be fast we be twa so because am to kwai enya ade a mo betumi no kwasem pa e wo mu no enya sa e be say ade no feda om kra so afa de baby a ewiase nia oil about 20% baby e fa e de bad kwa block you say mo ma bi e shape vessel bi afa ha mbe bombe e den na e koso eti mo ye na kosisen ye te ye baby. But you see honorable kan bibi say fuel ni ade or the sound common by NT na area common so mudi President Mahama de mon ko hokra nko ka bi say ye ba be di time person be boss answer e duru ho a ye be chirim na ye hu
okay yo me so me da se pa busuafo ye di nkomo na say ye hyase medikan e de to manim say ye ne Dr. Hayford Yeboah or a lecturer of political communication, Wisconsin University College, executive director, Emma Migration Web Africa, Abeka Yensadok, memo watching.
Mejoso, Yamia Dumarakwa.
Yamia say, and yana and painful me no munina akasentinia mame and from Ghana demands probing to Lebanon attack as 4 peacekeepers injured in missile striking to Mamenje Udi and Sana Yako the next topic. So.
Yo, Minyaba, Medawasi, Medi and Chakasi, Koma, what your friend saying. The listeners, Mashefu, and once were Yeshiawaha, honorable name, I mean, a co panelist. Yes, Sasemi, yeah, one a Bakosem, efa peacekeepers insensemu yi on abakosem kese pa si ebu komponko kohwe sa abakosem nimu a yebehu se Ghana ejina ne naso efa peacekeeping and stability nti ya hwehwehwehwe mu an yebehu se your contribution United Nations peacekeeping mission in Lebanon yebehu se sa foi akoso contribute in terms of how well they are able to, as it were, ensure stability, peace and security within the Middle East. And they kasi ye nyina enim say Iran any US Israel ro ewo safa sa sem we see na manfo adwene eyo mo say Iran for anase Israel for mum na tata Ghana for peacekeepers enso na enye sa so ehu entokwa bi a ntawantawa bi a dida mo ntem Lebanon ene odisen Israel na akoba se omoto pa na bi akwakopie Ghana military base ewo ho nti omo asheda na omo yesa but yewo enhihye omo bia o contribute to peacekeepers so ehu ekọ sa bia ho no ebehia se omo nso no ebehia banbo bi so ehu se sankrofo omo nye warring factors as it were omo ye enkrofo a omo pesa asomdwi etena daa ewo sa epomu ho entinu se ba ne se saafwe akwakopie mu ho a ene na musu ma start tututu nyoma gu omo so a na che se omo safety no eye omo ho banbo no eho touch ban se ka ne se so ehu entinu ebehia se Israel forces ewo ho no eni Hezbollah for ensensem no ombehwe na omo ehunu se won na omo wo ho na ye Ghana fo sojafo na wo ho na enye se bi omo wo ho se omo ba betata na omo wo se omo ba be ye friend saying ehwe ama asomdwie aba ni etosu mienu president calling for probe no into it no suggest say there ought to be accountability na chese say obi suma na se na utie sa asoma na se utimi eba na ubechirichire mu ni esi ye ne de ensi enti eye president na said se obebisa for accountability enti eto asum afei nso no ye Ghana ha sei no eye ye nuanom na akwakopie mu ho na afei nso no saa nhihye se na mekire fitin ase no enye sese na ye started it started after the Second World War Ghana edimu akotin ohwe Congo cry Congo Democratic Republic of Congo DR ohwe Ghana asrafo a yeso amukogu ho that was around the Patrice Lumumba days and who are not just a contribution no towards world peace a very as it were like incalculable in terms of the contribution the magnitude that ye perceive you say we are no ye so ye kan asomdwe maya Ghana eniji asomdwe hu enti oto na manfo ekogu se tine be ya asomdwe nso ebeba ye nyina nim se sojafo omo asede ne se omo no ombehwe se bible ebe konkan ewo bebia se Ghana ha se ye soja se wa behwe se ye bible e konkan nanso ye ntimi sanso mfa dangers associated with their work in so free ho enti we de ye besre busua omo sojafo no ho atichima no ye besre ye be mo omo speedy recovery and afenso ne ye be hye omo den se aban enso a promise say obehwe omo no mate say yes surgery bi kra koso a ye bi surgery ni nti aban so compensation bi a aban ne wi ase afa ne nyina among from the United Nations and ye sefatan so the bema sene be ya ye kanse asomdwe ye kwakobe enkonko ye twinamentwe anase media menko ne meko kra ye kwako tata me there be asrafo adwuma no danger wo ho nti sa na sometimes no eba no yesre say obia beka na komato ne yam na
me kai say honorable Bediakon raise consent bi ana woka woche mo ka say yem why no kreni said the esitie den no man bi ehu ne ho say oye superior than others be because o man bi mo wotimi bowura ho no say we nkoyi enti me kwakwa akotwe ene ya foreign affairs minister catch UN Secretary General say omo improve into this no. Do you think say sa voice no anasa sa probe no ebetimi yakwa do baby ana na say mpo no say probe no mpo ko enimu anasa bi yakoba say obi a oman we mu de mo ye no enya ye betimi aboye nimu aka say indeed de mo ye no enya na ye mohu with womo supremacy ana.
Oh, ye betimi adenti
ye betimi
honorable ye betimi abako sem
say you and pro back oba say kase bi the Americans say ye omo instigating e ma we nyina into sanction bi enkomo omo betimi
and fast sanctions and to omo so but ye betimi aka ya adwenen a kire
na adwen ka go be kwa koduru he fa dog
ono no kra kire say ye wo akonya say ye timi kire ya adwen o say emi bi ba na o kire wadwen na e den e wo say amansan ye friend say yes batanku nim but ye nyina ye dia enti obi ani ho a osuchen obi wom na o hwa abaya twemu ene dia otisu nyina omu nyina o ma very strongly in terms of coming out with their views when it comes to geopolitics.
Okay.
Yes.
Register my voice in
That's
issues.
Right. That's right. To the extent say Macron kraba ha ye mapanyin o siswo sabre no o che na dwen o kana dwen kire no yes e wo Jubilee House enti we omuso na mo kukudam wo United Nations enti say owura na Akufo-Addo etimi egina o simpie so aka na dwen akire na na che say yenso oman ye wonimunyam bi etimi ko be bibia United Nations General Assembly na anu ya omanpanin so koka na dwen kire wo fa Africa neglect amodi atoye so na omokuswa de yeyen ade e betimi aka but yentimi sanction won but yes o be kan oguswa asem akire de on pe wasem e chen de wo be hu
dog ele ba wa dwen de wo be kire na so ensi bebia
but bebia woni mre
walls na eduru ho no pentimi go beyond the walls
but de me kire mu ne say bebia woni mre sisi ano ayo momre nie but with time no enioma de na said ye near Roman Empire mpacho we emphasis eni ba British Empire onu so we emphasis eti onu de my
it's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time enti ye mpanifo no ebobo so kire amansan no onu na ma omo de ehunu se oh sa na amanfo bi di enya sa na afin so ye di adwen sachra eba adwen sachra na eba amanfo sua ade amanfo hu se ye mpanifo na edi enim no ehu se enioma nko yie ma ye nti ye de na ye be ya ye nso ye be boy ye ho ban daache as amanfo nti me de me hu ni se asopem se omanpanin esi ye nhwehwem ni ehu nipa enam ne so ama ko di sa to trasem etia omo amumom eba ensure say there is peace and stability within the region.
Okay. Mate, to also Bahama Double speaks on impact of external shocks on Ghana. Na anano fiada na Independence Day and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abra no Jubilee House or din anu disem tuja and wochemu. Waka say neisi share Middle East honomo and to kwa honom no ade ebetimi edin sunsanso abapa esanse ye share yem fango a yenya aye yusina dudu na efi honomo a ba ne no na ebimo so echiremu se omampanyi ye kaipa say abra Russia Ukraine war ebaye omampanyi echiremu se yɛhwɛ baabi a saa aman yi ɛwɔ about 7,000 kilometers ɛyɛ the idea no mo yɛ nti ɛba bɛbɛ affect yɛ ɛnyɛ bia wɔn etu wɔn toto wɔn bomb wɔn toto no ebi abɛtɔ mu ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana ha se yana nti sɛ ɔman no nneɛma na sɛ edwumadi a yɛdie nko yi a yɛmfa so mo no ɛmo ɔman panyini ɛne na pamfo ɛnya deɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi de akɔkɔhyɛ ɛyɛ Russian Ukraine nanso ɛbaa no ɛyɛ America for Israel ɛne Iran war ɛkɔ so deɛ ɔman panyin sɛ shocks ɛbɛtumi aba ama wɔde ato finance minister enim so omofo mani endi echi krojen na yehu na sabe ne se ko ba ne se fango ekosora ebema eye ahyentiade an etuo mu ebe kosoro ebem ede ohaw ene ahokyere ene beba enti a woka wo kire mu ampo se eno anso ho no ma omampanyi kokopie mu ewo Arusha ewo Tanzania Abra na way official opening of the 2026 judicial year of the African Court on Human and People's Right. Ewo busumi obenim busumi ene de to so mienu second match. Eho no so mampanyi sa woka ya asasa shocks no. No what see ase baby a enyeye nti we die. Na so mampanyi no onim se external shocks etime eba ema ne ka omanyi ena sa abre no so de asem a woka ye nie. Honorable Forsen no mama sha se enfenfree honorable bedi akon no go me sha se free ho nti me kɔ ho na maba na sa na maba.
Yaba, that's it. Onim, Niedikai. Let us emphasize. Yanka ema Ghana funi ante. Obu kwanso ese. Ye kasa ni ewe krom ha wo Ghana hai. Nsunsu anso oboni bie mfi ntokwa ni ema ha. Na ye kasa bibie nsi ye. Now, bibia ensiye no enye kwa anamo bi eguso ekoso.
Okay.
Yaka sa entokoya asem. Me hunu se eye unnecessary. Enye entokoya ese nke esi maka ho asem.
Yeah.
Se san common ni edi a metimi ni wadi. But ade enye nsi Ghana. Se ni aye ka ho kyerege se okonfo a oti krom na ne mpai bo ne se kro no mo se no bi na ebinu mo ye dia but ye kasa sisi ya bibie nsi so the difference between ene nra Russia Ukraine war nya Ghana for na Russia Ukraine war starting kasa se ne enyo mampani ne gina baabi ekan se war na esi ne enhwe anim se ne de san komo ne bai na mpacho yentie ne yepa eye se asoman after COVID, any Russian Ukraine war so beka ho no. Sa period ni one ye bibia say ye, say ye kra.
Just throw me no na me ye ni han.
Sa yina ansa na ne ye ba sa Russian Ukraine war ni COVID nankasa. Na system ne nye. And that is a fact. IMF ne World Bank kra ka say munsuzu mfanshe COVID. Na mo ne ma na say. So after ye ne ma say ye no asoman no ni ye bisa say yewura mpanfo a mo hwe oman no so ye den e no mo be ka kire say ye ne say asoman no ye ni sa ahoden na ye betimi akọ covid no ba be say ye niam abebre e na Russian Ukraine war nti ye omo na ma ye reason why ye economic situation no na enye nti necessary ye kom ye ko hwese nsam na omo ka say ye Russia Ukraine war ni covid no etesa na nti eno no ne ye analysis after ye hu say niam ankoye wo ye economy nim get the difference we no ye conjecture eno de na asi ena omo attribute ye say Russia Ukraine war any covid
nti ono bo me bisa say no more attribute no in your own view no
it was never true until
enya impact bia
David mean mean ka say enya impact bia but enya no enso na the sole problem the main problem with sa brain no mismanagement and I can prove it to you.
Okay.
So this is it. In that year, look, even in 2020 Aban spending over 1.7 billion in excess of Sikayo.
On what?
Patriotic you. one say as of mine ebi near Kenya na President Mahama ye come budget David omo budget afeno sika ya twa to was ye bedi no aban di bros 1.7 billion dollars say sika wo di no e ka na wo jago because na election year ye Kenya covid ye Kenya IMF minuaba IMF Emma Ghana $1 billion cash semonje amufanya covid no adwuma obi ntimi ndi se echi World Bank Emma Ghana for in okay kaboma $430 million say yenje mfanya covid no adwuma covid na ho ahokyire nti aban ko eyi ebrochire ko bo besia menka ne sa e ko bo besia $3 billion e de ba kroma kekaboma yezen who follow nkomo no kekaboma yesen mo nso mo kire say mo spend a little over 1 billion Ghana cedis e wo covid mo budget statement a mo de buy no niema mo de ma mo ye take away man crofo lifeline electricity and I always emphasize enya Ghana ni bia na nya electricity free. It's not true. A lifeline for niema mo free, that's a fact. Omo a sebe ne bobo baako ene ebia na yi baako bi no omo ne nya free, that is a fact. But you see ni nia mo sesen ya mo de betu dwa say mo say a little over 1 billion. I'm say 1.6 something billion. Fine. It ni anso yes say ah na IMF ngwa kra ma yen sen. World Bank ma yen sen. Mo sa akobo obesia. Ni nia chi no ye wie ye kra covid na brasen mo sa taxi yen je covid levy. Look, sa budget ani e wa na nka sa afe na covid ba ye de be ye adwuma no. Sa bre no bibi ti se free SHS amo se no na say Ghana sikania engola nso no mtifie iti sika na ye de den iti na questions wo ha ye bisa say no iti near President Mahama kan at the time they say it is never true ye near kan bi say yan problems ni it is obi a sebe bi nuaba ukun agya o sika se fa ye aduane anwumre na sika no e bi a wakohu mpaboa bi efe na watam sika na akoto ukun beba anwumre eti sesabe bonin kwachire eja to fie ene hye ya quickly what's the next Canada ho ne hye one ya me patchen o ma mismanage economy no but mo pe be bi de ahye enti ya covid ba ya na quickly mo de akosho se ye koi mu wa heavy yan problem ni nara at the time everything you say covid ni Russia Ukraine war. This is the difference. President Mahama, nobody is saying sir war a kosoro a cha enya impact, but we define impact no oil of course a were rippling effect there, but they are limited to a certain area. And as for mine no what should I say, of course any can over 20% of oil use we as and am hon eba enti surely say a check dia any government will reserves our dey hwechire enti na boni bi ensi e cha na e bomb price in rusa e be affect your oil
eno kwa say minister ka say 5 weeks
yeah 5 weeks but eno kra ya wo bi kakra no wasa akofa na enye zero eno o ma akoto 5 weeks about the count and na ye hwe hopefully and no year in the meantime I'm aware say my go so steady system no e hwe situation e hwe nia e koye boni bi ba bros wa obeye we are not there yet e just aban ato ne nsagu ewiem na o ka say oni hwe ye wo
so obi beka say if we are not there yet then esase wo mampanyini ene edi hu nkoma na wo hu ne say in the way gradually or psyche ye said ye be ya edu honoma ye beti ase ye say e honoma na efria e ba mampanyini eni to me wo entokwa no so ebi kra wo chena na BBS yesi no anu mo twaso
but asoman panyin no ontumi nso megina wa address your mind na on kan ye koso wo wiase ni don't forget in Arusha no oman panyin kasa as vice chair of AU no man bia nso ewo ne nkita hodi a oni Iran ne ye friend saying Israel ne we no wo nti obi understand ye be affect no look and them ye ken sa okoka say benya effect na ye nuanu MPP for say oman panyin who na kasa ene enka kura because what effect ye de ene kasa nya na Ghana fo bi ho aken how my pray as we speak one of the busiest airports in the world Dubai is shut down Ghana for is stranded including MPP flag bearer it's a fact na say o free kuro no mo koye na de o kuro mo na so free hokko ne eno nya effect it is on my penny ka say some talk where the effect beba unclassified say economic and sports but what ma say but I had to say o comfort kuro no mpa bo na say kuro no mo eti anya bibi ye ya no akwakosom anya nua no anya meka kra look I can any day say there is a vast difference between what is happening now even if bonin kwetire say ko echire that's a defect biba how it is being said and how it is being handled compared with any mama of figures no because as of me I expect the president even though say bonin kwetire na say e could do pointer e be effect titru ni ye oil a e so bu akonta kire saying wo di sika na ashem na effect ni ye den. We didn't see this during COVID. Yeah, can Russia Ukraine war. Be me about what na konya imu ache. Kire yen e den ne den pa na na wo war no mu ay affect yen. Say e den. Say ye kra wheat and say e cereals free ho. Ye ka fuel as say na fuel. The government subsidized fuel at the time. Fuel free market near cotton no say kura nye aban po na ye. Eye BMP regulate keke ebo o mkoto ne ban ebo ano mton so at the time no I just abanka kire me say ye ka ye bo ye sa bre bo ka de share say ka ye bo eni aye COVID no I just want catch am so the sika no subsidize for which is not true it is Russia Ukraine war because unless aban se for ne bo ye den e ko do ahe na aban an subsidize how can government come na se yen ya ne to ya de how can government come later no abeka kire say o asoman ne boka $500 billion edino eno na de buy me fa minim say na me chọ timas e just how link it to sika unya aye wo baby now the best share best your friends how the best subsidize the my sente sa na yan aye to adenti na mo ball kakodu baby on the 19th day of December 2022 mutimi be catch us afi o man aginsem yentimi ntwa ya aka bio because of COVID because of Russia Ukraine war specifics near day and then na Russia Ukraine war de buy and then ye ni omu wo nsawso be ni omu wa sa war no e mass otimi nka ne sa akeke mpacho otimase it ye no ni ayen ye catch am say kodu say we president akano specifics say oil and we all know it is oil no say kodu baby and aban ne bo ye den ba aban war reserves it is a kodu baby na as a government or take a decision say no ne bo aye den ba me manfo ento na boden intime kotam sika fi baby e de abehye mu a ochena obu akonto be kire se munti me spend $1 trillion e de subsidize e bre mu ye den ye bete na se
okay ono bode ye ka se oil no e be ko se e ko bane se nyame mane embasa because an ye nyina empire botie ba se ko bane sa na se bia oil no e kosra mema ye remfi so say it will not just be oil enko a because edwadifo e fa hyen enti dwadini ni ko fa hyen ne bo edene ko fa niema for instance you know perishable goods ko fa ba o ka se me consume sa aka no o de beto niema na ye to no so
so nti ase mi aka ne no kre I'm saying say sa niema ne ne edwadini no tua se niema bo ye den aban amman is ka say fu obo aye den ti je koye ti a difference no you see if we are speaking about the impact near the debate yaba ne say President Mahama before
and now
COVID era no so obu chase ka mo obi so fan kotofu iti ka ye boy ye no om de ko share COVID no menim so otimase ya om se ye den and ye boss aka because sabre no oye boy ye den ane ye to me na me to ma ade o na to wa ade
intimate we ya na say they didn't manage things well
they know say they didn't manage things well na de nti no mama example na it say ade ni idwiragu and omnya bibi de share yes sir you see enya sir wutie about unim enya sir me de ene say ene President Mahama se ne so kasa odwin Ghana ho it is a bonin kwachira ade nkodu achiri na say yes say there be yentimi ntofu all aboden sa nti aban fat $1 trillion in fanship mu asoman ni ebedi nkomo ye limited to 1 trillion nti ye ho beto kakra na ebreso aban bu akonta chen se me say sika yi ye beto na se but me bisa o me say COVID no sika amabobo so IMF $1 billion World Bank $430 million yankasa so yakobo obesia 3 billion ni nia kabo na esen den ye sabo ka kosi se omde kwose se ka ye boy ye covid by na omde hwe ye as covid for no mo tofu obi. So this is the point I'm making. More fan compare President Mahama ne waka, of course, on azoman ye ndu baby e betumi aka se ye ho eso ye ho akwankra BBC esi baby kra enkan. But the kind of specifics, kasa ninti sebe oba ko wukra na se the be free one o say COVID.
Okay.
And only a problem. No, it President Mahama double EBMI. As some more can before. No, and you say not up your boka. O your balance sheet sabrena. Or as a my ya boka. And I know more kaseka ya boni ani COVID. I don't say I COVID. Russia Ukraine war. And near the buy ye be as if some boy a near my blood boy a near Obina netoma. No difference. It's Timam for your brain. Nyama boy ye din and ye no cre ye nia ye nim. And more boy din, wheat boy din, bibia boy din, bayani and yeto. It is then as of a yabain oboka. After one common on yet, and no nania casaniamoka mobwa.
But so now the yentia CSA external shocks ebet me affect you.
No, of course, of a reason ambu. And your mind and yet Ghana. But the affecting ya specified. Jenny affecting. You need Tony say. Oh, Tony say, no, so Matimem for Cotonos, I want A2. It has all been Matimem for watch on watch or no water, my dear. Send ye see COVID, nay, a yina near Tom Wabo, do baby and Wakra, who never been waton. Send no near can, and no one say ring the can't so Waboka because now to chase my main Coto and good.
But always because an age my 40 feet, but
no, so let's calculate it. Say, you know, no one cohokra. Age my 4 year in Ghana. Hold on. My sister, Debbie, you see, my sister Sika, your koji, your cash. Obi catcher all say, age my 4 near 2 of Kenti, and a ma $3 billion. Esa yo boa. Obi catcher all says, Sabren, a do baby intimate crank when yeskawa, a man on the intimate young Yakob, say, more crowd afi, more the kind of young family. You could try Sika over 40 billion Ghana cedis. Oh, I'm Sika cash, you trap paper, you trap cash to say, oh, Kruma.
Okay.
You try and you chair, now we have a catch edge my 4 for the would say 2 years, Ghana edge my 4, say we are 600,000. 4 times on the average, you might maybe between 8,000 and 10,000, which is not true. And Tessa, when you make my Ghana edge my 4, Sika is saying. But on the average, you have 8,000 per because video was video on the average. 4 times 24 months. Now here's Sika a Fimuba. Now we are fatal to Sika back home. Any Sika omuko boy, you try 40 billion. We are about that. What would say Scan?
But should there be me?
I would obey to me.
Hey, honorable. Now I'm
my papa, chill, baby.
One baby.
I must say, no, I must have catch as a COVID. COVID won't try any specifics. No, some of us are the way in the buy. Man can't say, President Mahama watching or say oil and no crazy any. President Mahama and Coca say it will replay effect, but on. Until Sabine best subsidize or this cabbage. Want to be my country and say, I buy a boca next time.
Okay, you matter dog, my member also.
Yo, that was it. President inconsistency regarding global external shocks. Yes. So, my opinion, why president da? So, why president da? Na, ubi why president da? There, nature say. Unim dia oka se sai eye ekosui eye intawantawe ya ato Middle East no ebetimi enya nsunsuanso oka sa ne kwanso ano no adenti ye tie ne se economy bia no ye economy ne ye gumu yi eye one of consumerism me kasa de me che ne se ye de ye tuto de bia ni ye dwedie ene yedi ye to bojwa eyi nipa kakre bi se na menua ne ka no ene ye adwuma government sector service banking ne say no nya ka dodo na edwa ya na katamanto kejetia makola ene ye boboso e omunyina saa enti no eba ni saa economy bia ye based on consumerism no ye tie ni say you cannot only have a smooth sail based on a particular policy. Enye binary. Enti mi nye binary. Ebeba be yeah, factor of these two. Okay, that is the external and then domestic policy. Okay, and the say on shisheye enkwe nim saa etimi disturb economy no. Saa so na external shocks na ba a ye ni hu hweye ono so etimi disturb economy no. Now MPP no Ghana, this is across different administration. Yeah, pinpoint jina external shocks na ye the economic debate. In fact, say omo aba ene de omampani jina mu kan sisi ano omo na wrong. Say na me kire ase fiti ase no. Say wo twaka bi wo the two. So omo nyina etimi bom. Because you're an industrialized economy and we will continue to depend on importation. It is here say petrol ekosra petrol bo ekosra affect eduane ebedi. Esan say you better petrol e begu kemu amanfo no befa car akobokina akofan tools amanfo befa car akọ Dubai your friends and plane ene dia keka ho no makọ akofa sa ne ma we nyina ba. Nina comes on the value chain no any effect no eba omo de bitoto so nti yen ya yegu ase a ye consumers no eba sa ye bre pa ye ene bre but media minua no from the political communication point of view ne meka say ni nyina nkemfu ano esi ebisa ye ho say eye mienu external shock, global external shock na domestic policy. Omumu de hin na contribute to our challenges. Omumu de hin. Which one do we give, that weight to say that is the cause of our woes? So, enti ono ni eye debate a manfo omo hwe ne economist de bia no omo ka ho asem say sa to what extent either of them contribute to economic challenges. Enti oho na me de beba beso but ne American say economy no omampani wadi waye omampani da enti asem we aba beka no though it is inconsistent no clear admission say there's a friend say there's no dichotomy, you cannot do one without the other.
Okay, your man say honorable.
My colleague, I would have preferred that only not my bus so that or no will be way. But Andrea, my colleague, no hear me one. Andrea, and cocoa farmers. Yet, more price and so. No, external shocks and army boy.
I said that prices is not determined by yanks.
So, but the same president, then candidate, or say external shocks has no effect on whatever we do. Our economy is so resilient. Say, shocks, Mercedes and luxury car be shocks. Shocks in the ejina nice so, or preempting what is going to happen. Andrea, we said they are going to the open market to go and borrow. Local way. Your friend is saying local banks, any bonds na there no. You know what is happening? Collapse economy, and then their prayer about to force. Hey, your friends saying I'm in charge the Iran, Russia, Israel war. That is
Iran, American.
Yes, and
Israel.
All. One. What I was saying is you see, all things being equal, because in Nigeria, say it will have shocks. It will have a dire effect on our economy. However, because when it was Russia-Ukraine war, no, then candidate Mahama said it has no effect. Our president Nanado said how to bring back the economy. We can always do it, but how to bring back a human being, a dead human being, we cannot. Or say that be only there or bar, sir, acknowledging it doesn't work. We don't want him to come and tell us there will be shocks. Our economy is resilient. Israel, America, Iran war, it has no effect on our economy. Yes, Reno. Cocoa no, cocoa ebo no omama enko back because the outside shocks no it has no effect on our economy near ABC oil and then me see BBC it costs by 20% crude oil. It has no effect on us. Almost say they promise us a liter of fuel 10 cedi and I say almost 9 point something way. And this is a cost review. We want to live in the comfort zone. In the best company, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say the economy of Ghana is so robust. Say external shocks and no effect on us. Yes, Rano. Ghana we are going through hardship. Though the city is so strong now, the economy. I always say kinky because I like that kinky. The cost of kinky embark from here. Whilst the dollar was the city was up high there, no kinky cry 5 cedi. But I almost say, $1 ever from the kinky is now 7 cedis. External shocks inbound. President Mahama Opache said, are we going to buy kinky at 10 cedis or 15 cedis? No.
Baby, you say 5 cedis. That and I want to 5 cedis there. No.
So, answer me. Maybe I met you. I'm on 7 cedis in Kwan.
I'm on 5.
I'm come to Amaka, come to Namaka. We're in 7 cedis. But my
son, big man, no.
On top,
near Mestre, say, I buy the boat, Tichino, and now I the boat bar, and I'm a boy. President Mahama, on your consistent, on no catch a Ghana for say, the Nado, Asama Wakano, and Yanokore. Now, Russia-Ukraine war has no effect on the economy. But Andre, cocoa price indices no war no. Say affect here. Emma Muteso, Emma farmers, as we speak, the farmers are now selling their cocoa farms. Or not million or tiano. They are selling it to Galamsey. But it is a motivational President Mahama Diamomo. Very soon, Ghana, cocoa producing nation bill. But say,
motivate you almost so
so what your music as well? It's a motivation.
No.
You see.
Let's be realistic. The fact say reduction abundance. Let's say motivate you almost so
but you could have. So see, was shocks. Why didn't he push and pay off with our losses? No. The president, as a listening president, as a good leader, China woman phone to track cocoa, Galamsey for. That is the motivation. And we need to be very careful.
Until now, no yemfa say ye o mampanyini dia o kan during a former president Akufo-Addo era no. Etso enchen. Do you believe say Saudi ekoso ewo Iran, Israel, any America? Ebetimi enya nsunsanso bone ewo ye fam wo so ana. I
believe in what President Mahama told Ghana. Say it no, I cannot. Oh no, I cannot decouple the President Mahama, the leader of.
So in your own view.
In my own view, no, I believe President Mahama no kind of and then nothing will change. The price of kinky must not go up. The price at the pump, and this is a cost. And this is to be also. And this is a lot of a cost. That is my belief. I don't know kind, and he is the leader. At the Utrantra. Or say, external shocks has no effect. But I keep saying, just yesterday, external shock has effect. For which reason? A motivation for my uncle, the cocoa farmer, to sell new way.
Any to uncle for say or tono is not a good thing.
So I say, President Mahama or Babemino, or say, Obama 6,700. Now MPP for ACC no, with that 3,000 way your friend say. Like 3,100. Since they do 2,500. Now, Monsieur Uncle President Mahama also offered President Mahama on fire, also to me young. What president is he trying to be? He told them, the farmers, that Obama was 6,700. Can't see the finance minister.
But say your man pension so na po dwaman so okote bo so. And
but isn't he the same president? And you know say external shocks has no effect on Ghana.
And now honorable HH mu a watch say.
You see,
Sabre no. Na the external shocks and wo ka ho asem no. Say already no. Na the way na mo manage economy no. Na deteriorated.
I see.
But when you buy na mo de ko share sa.
Penny, me can say. You see, we've been going to the cocoa growing areas, and it's sad to see say cocoa farmer, you are turning cocoa at 3,100 or something. You say 2,500, and no crime buy. Now the person is saying, say, see, they do what they call cement economics. What cement now say a ton 110, almost 80 to 70 cities. Cocoa farmer now can't to cement ahead. All that we are saying is, President Mahama one, also cheer your friend saying, what is due the farmers, which is a 3,100, nothing less. Also cheer. Because cocoa farmers are on a tangent, so almost Tom cocoa to Galamsey, they are chopping off all the trees. A danger to
fuel prices so equals so into Mampany so and physical measurement subsidy.
And it's also the same. That's all now see it has no effect on the economy. Let us, you see, on Mampany Kasa, a carry weight, the weight to see Ubia. Mampany now say, then candidate, or say, Russia-Ukraine war, no, it has no effect on the economy. And then we are also saying, say, the US-Israel-Iran war has no effect on the Ghana economy. It's the same thing. There's no, your friend is saying 1 + 1 being equal to 3, I can say a significant effect. And 1 + 1, it will always be equal to 2. Yes, economics, you know. So we are holding him to his own words. Yes, Reno, Omampeni. Don't bring us any shock. Almost 5 months, your friend is a full cover. Hey, 5 weeks. I thought they said they had 6 months. All that we are begging.
You thought? Why in the country was 6 months?
When they were in opposition. When we talk about 6 weeks, they say no. When we talk about 7 weeks, they say no. 5 weeks. All that we are begging is that only by his words, the President of the Republic, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. And then the second one is that what he's done, while dropping the price to be given to cocoa farmers and serve as a motivation for them to say he should go back and pay them the 3,100.
Oh,
Sisi, are you helping the cause of the Ghanaian?
Yes, I may help, but say once you do the Nibian one more to boka. And he say I buy it to cocoa at a particular and as a specific price be. Now I catch and say Uncle Tom no one boka.
You see,
what
treat cocoa farmers as casual workers.
Oh, they be
no, cocoa farmers are not casual workers. They are permanent workers of the state. And that is what we have to know. We are permanent workers. You cannot say and the Peace FM group who pay 10 cedi. Then we are permanent worker. We contractual agreement you see because car being accident in Kophobia meant you see this man to pay a 2 cedis. We are a permanent worker. Cocoa farmers are permanent workers of cocoa board. And now say you should sue. You cannot say that. You cannot do that. That is why I'm saying that the president. That is what we MPP we are saying that. Almost motivating President Mahama no motivating the farmers to go out there and sell their cocoa farms to Galamseyers. For them, so now our river bodies are gone. Almost any our forest reserves are gone. Now our cocoa, your friend is saying, trees are going. It's a danger. And unlucky for us. Now China is into cocoa plantation. Yes. It is because NDC Bayern, they decided, say, look, we are going to appoint our own, we are going to silence all those people. And now, those who needed them most, those with institutional memories, they are not working with Cocoa Board now. But because, I keep telling people, the last time I said it here, when employing people, when you are employing, you need one's expert power within the area, one's experience, his analytical basis, he or she, and then the last one is his or her integrity within the industry. What is happening? We are just destroying the sector. But then let us remain on course. The President of the Republic told us say the effect of external shocks has zero or zilch effect on the economy of Ghana. So we are waiting. We the bomb Ghana and it's a price, also a price ecofoam. I want to buy fuel. But some to fuel a liter for about five cedis. That is what I want to buy. I want to buy dollar at your friend is saying at less than five cedis to $1. That is what I want to see. And there will be a person. Because I'm a Tommy Gang cake, you know, your friend say 2 cedi. That's what your friend said. President Mahama promises. Into opinion, all that we are begging say President Mahama shouldn't change course. On our culture say external effect has zero toll on the economy and the air train. So he should stay away from Israel, America, Iran war. And affecting Bibia.
Ma obi so beka say asamo mampanyini e dia tudwe ya dia eche say wo nani eku ne manfo ho, even though shocks no by there now so dia tudwa say won na pamfo
na wonu so wan sound one na can say or cycle yadwin
no
yadwin don't mean cycle
oh no what mean bisa masemi shocks no by there now so also dia tudwa ka say wo ma finance minister so mo fu mo any eche wonni ni say what to ne ma say the be shocks in the back of na we will not have the impact we consumers and ba no oil no ne ade ye nya sa nsunsan so no
me patch say just we rhetoric but cross say omama onye we finance minister the same finance minister who promised the Ghanaian cocoa farmers Obama 6,700 and then what will we do differently? Na yes Rani say cocoa farmers on serving cocoa farmers now they are 3,100.
Sabre ne boa na mo ton no so mo ne wa ben mu ankasa na mo de be ma cocoa farmer no but mo so ba ben mu no so no enya sa abo ni bio.
Yeah, if you side the cocoa farmer a casual worker of the state a permanent worker of cocoa board.
Okay, honorable.
Mama, a few minutes.
Mema 1 minute na ti be free.
Enya no kre. You are at 240 Kokan baby I say Obama cocoa farmer 6,000 enya no kre.
Mama, me pay video
the opening of season no.
Okasa sa amount no.
There in opposition they can see a bar by.
Ah no, so opposition asem no
okay. Opposition na 240 Kokan his almost be 6,000. Enya 240 e kan. Ibra atufo kra no nkasa ewo kokoo ayi so ne ne e ka
honorable okay bi ka no honorable okay bi okay
so ne say sa bre na kokoo bo wo edwaman so eye over $10,000 $11,000 na sa bre no am mismanagement nti cd no enam 15 and you see we forget say ye kokoton wo amanone a dollar na yekoje deba it is a dollar na say cd na ye buy yes ka bebre what one ya meje it at the time na dollar na 15 point something 16 no there's a Ghana ye yes ka bebre e went to the time say enu na ye wuranom eye calculation ka say enye so ba obema because he didn't boy but so mo ne wa ban mu a what difference no
say na me ka ye
na so correct no
ka ye no also we can say was say so mo ne wa ban mu sa adre no eboa na ye
to say on ka so ba obema there is a difference but sebra eboa na sa adre no ye ton nti mama figures
so mo ne wa ban mu on be ton on be ma ku
6,000 but on ba money I'm setting the basis because on ba no enye sa na be ye ene yati koko no so aba be do baby da bia me ka me say ne nkomo omu di nia no o ma kire ade ba ko pa ne ne mprempren so na wa ban mu ankombe om se o maintain ne sa yen ko first ka no obisa yen ko bo bisia ni omu ni mu aya ni
you see minu aba
me ba hwe me ba we dem wadaroma nsem ketinketi bi o ho no hwe enye no kure say koko bo a wo de abem bebre na me fo say no beba ni yaka but enne koko bo a ye ton na manone no enne ebo a ye de makuani no yen asaban ye makuani ni 90% omon preso no makuani ni 32% se dollar no enam 20 ene 25 net 17 te so omon preso an kakuani ni benya mo but they be affect other sectors of the economy. Let me also say enya no kreda say President Mahama akasa external shock intimi affect or my own kada mo boka egu ho economy no yen system no asay mo akasa mo age atum sa asay na mode be hye say saa bre na yen ho kire yen a yekoto mo aboden utobi me nua ba idu ba bi na aye den yen na ne eto enso mo se mo aboka asoman se yen na eto ne ho akire yen na ban no sika gu ne dan mu a enke yeni asem ka mo se mo aboka oman no esi apene yen timi ntua yaka ene say fuel boy den as a result of Russia Ukraine war yen na ne eto ya de government didn't subsidize fuel. But what I say, it's a then a moboka. And when President Mahama, there is nothing like double standards. Or say, you to me fight car, ya born fact for share Russia Ukraine war because there is no link. You to me find check COVID because more first car magan and some fankoto for yeah and your toy and then you two things. It I say, sa what children me ya kase bedrusa, but say kobasa a buy has two ways or behind or passing on to Ghana for someone in that case. Aban cannot come tomorrow and tell us say wabok egu. Are you getting it? But if say Aban decide so the yesika ebe shem ni entobo no aboden dia. Any Aban has every right to say that you ogu akonto be chere say ade am yema amuni. Look, cocoa asemi as we speak. Aban anti cocoa watoso. Aban to 50,000 tons after Abuano call for mono. Aban sika over $150 million. E di ashem si yemfentua kwianika even though Aban kwa akoton aboka. But see entua. But baby Aban
until now no 50,000 tons no ekuafo ni nyina nya omusika.
Omunsankan ya omguso onsa Aban sika de. But they are sure they say near Aban 50,000 tons everybody is going to receive 3,600 and everyone. Yen ya betu mu 31 equal 36. It Aban and this at 3,600 ni makua ni bia. But some mop up of 70,000 tons no. And no na Aban say baby ya and no nye cocoa na wa Aban hodeda. It is this thing about Fekuani ni sika man. Ya de be man no 3,600. But ye to ye mop up no. And no na Aban say mestremo. Na no ye megina me ma ya beti so nka say ya sempa. Because in terms of the nominal figures, no Kuani no wa lose ska because no expectation. It is trend yesrom. Ye wiesi yesrom na politics na mode ye na ye ya. Om na akonkura na se akoka chom so omunton magalamse fu. So last week om ko. So om ko. No. Na se nya
videos e ba ye no de obi eni won mo.
And a video no te so obi so okoton ya magalamse. Beba. Ba uti Kuani bi otibi bi na no ka se me koton masase ya magalamse ya. Uti bi. So enyom na de sa ankomo na afi ho aba. Me nyu ugo bi. Yenya anko omuko ba na say kuafo nso omukoto videos awa me ma videos ni me hu ba bia even though as we speak in club bi omuko so bia kuafo papa na nkasa nso organize say ye nuanu politics no be one ba bia ye ekono ebra domestic debt exchange program Ghana reho semu e bi nsi da pension fo sika na mo se mo ntimi ntua because of minus say mo ni sika no yen yanko gina anko organize ye imame Sofia Kufu no e lordship yanko organize one kasa ne sorry no say yen asem na kan politics amoye nti mo nam nkurase e na mo minim kwan kro mfa so nya om na ma fro ma be hia ba bi mo na mo se om ekoku akuafo ma fa chete bia me kire kire se wo aban de ne ka na mo fi wa ba se om se om ton mo nsa se dia magalamsefo members of parliament also kan wo yam hye wo say members of parliament ese mo protect yemra Okuani ni nka hwe ye hu video bi o ka mo ba ya ye bo
but do you think say okuafo no e omode
asama me kai so oti ya me say ye be me ma ya beti so ye de chewpa me nkomo amedi ni ayapom chew but ye wie chewpa na politics na omo ye no we have to deal with it
okay
enye fe say okuani wa owo ne budget on the onim whatever ni or the budget say say onya 3,600 it is even so crap 20 bucks we lose 1,000 okay kaboma sebe me mejina hanka say yasempa but what my sinti pom chew ye gina President Mahama edimu e de srom say enya sa na ne pe ye pom chew ye srom but ye wia na politics na mo pesa mo de ye na no
se ke mo kwa kofa na ye no wo
o tumi kire baby ku on be no ka se yanko bob se ye o mi mo ani meanwhile no ye omu fi aban mu no ma say system na ma okwa chire kra so okobo bi sin ai se ma unim sa asemi eno aban ka so okobo bi sin ochina ni aba ne say yetimi atua ye ka public debt to domestic GDP no if 60 look on the cost 63.8%. Sika ye di aburu sika ye wo so ene yetimi atua ya ka me aba 45.1%.
Okay.
Sa 45 na bie kwan fetch ne ade anu ase ya toto economy ni ye enti ye betimi aba bejebesia eno nkyere me no na parliament aban fa pepe die ma so ko jebesia enti eno nru ho but and can say o ma ba say o mo kwa akwaje besia you see hwani aye ye nia no ye kan asem bi say ye Ghana month and inti na mu studio ha man ni say ye kan kosi say obi anya timamuni a se bi odo ne man na ya na avre ho politics na ye no enu nti ene omo asem you ka ye o say President Mahama ka say shock no shock. In fact, President Mahama was emphatic. Say, oil, or the koya could do cocoa. But you see, cocoa, me ba we last one. Cocoa farmer, and then croma, omo breso, and then your Ghana month, a 4 near money. Even your friend say, even we decide. Ne when you be and do fua na your day ekogu so omo breso. Konko ketwan, it could do 70 cities, chroma, and then I'm 32 cities. Kuyani no asama make kuafo oti ekoya konko ketuketen e could do 70 cities and the MPP ne na do dan kwafufa eni me nua why every so say ye beja babia e dan no ye dia to apa ne ye ne mayi
who can say omude ye politics e wunyi ni say e koma afenu no mumienu nyina say issues eba sometimes and say e direct and sana waka say e dey sunsun so ebeba because I wish a paper now or refer to Mampany some more kind or state here, which I've even seen the video say, wish a choir a da on my Ghana and Russia and I say Ukraine. A way does it mean say be a bomber air to about 7,000 kilometers air to Abetohana. We say idea and say a better and sunny impact.
No, you are still not getting
honorable. I think say you also not getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is say as someone ye bekano lay person tia oh omanpanyin say bomb metal hands yintimi nya effect na ochine bi nyame mfasa amba sa fuel prices akosro omanpanyin pese obekwa bobosia na de o how asan bre wo man na maye kanso ayede akosro enti ne ye ton the normal price no at the end of the day no
so let me explain
na ye benya sa impact no
me say
what I
say ne ko ba to bo me hu ne aka no no mo nso ka no enye sa na asem ne tie yete ye ba bi ena ne si ye ne ka Ghana abo a ye ntimi nkwa ma no ne nko bobisiam mo de be hye se eye covid na de sa problem na ba it postmortem a President Mahama ye ne say eye de ne boss aka because for ya tumu a ni ama usika se for akotofuo ene ye ka say na me ka say we have two ways of handling it see ye be ma ye de sika be hyem na yen ebo na ya to mi ate say na ye ka say akọ 20% more but yet yen tumu it bibi koso se president koso yes ade na me no mienu ya nto na boden ma affect niam ye koto a na se ye de sika bi ahyem ti o mampani betumi abusa akonta but anko basa
o si bibi na ye koso no so o chine be mampani bebu akonta na o ka say ye sika free ha se ana say bi a say sika wenti ama esese ye kobo
because me no mienu ya ho ankere ya nkoto na boden ti ye betena se ye free and fair dia won uni ameche no but sabre no yeto na boden menu mienu ye bre papa covid bre so and yet bre ni nya chi no mo se masa aboka gu ho no na president Mahama say ye boka say ye da ne boss ake
okay
it is different
matter
but what you say
doc na ka
wo ye kuku asem no on say ekwan a ye fa so hihye ye kuku prices no ho touchma kakra wo dwaman so I think say it is high time we started controlling things on our own.
Okay. So tina omanpanyi the measures about omo de but me name say we say about 50% of our raw beans you be add value to it. And also no so there will be a global market prices and the cost automatically kuyeni no so price and the cost by yet so say kuyeni so ti ase na yet so
still 50% in a person yeah changing
enough
okay because Africa we are over 1 billion population and obiedi chocolate into see na ya chocolate market no Africa bibi bremu here ye binya husika anye ntwen Russia ye ntwen US and Britain Netherlands for so omoma meto ekuku no omoma share price omoma buy nti yenhwe honi ye se president akasa na me kanso se nana abreso ono nso e kan bibisa se oni la Côte d'Ivoire for I think somewhere in the western region be set up a manufacturing a year and come be nti for purposes of continuity asempa but yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ ni bebree na ɛbɛ create nyuma
nti omunya dodo no nto a we will determine our price.
We try mua.
And you know, per research and such as you beans in a premium.
Yeah.
Nti omu hia pa.
To hom na ye beba be patch on ya kire ye ho so e de agi sika kase. But da na ye show manim say ye koko na radio nti omu kra ye projected pricing no. Nti no ye projecting na so time e say ye to a na ya copy sika e dia betuatua ekuafo no na afi no e hwiri ba from pe na ye ka e da
so person me care little on cocoa and galamsey economic akra. What my colleague Ohuni said, look, galamsey nankasa omo ankono ono recently few weeks ago this year wama cheats receipts charge.
Oh, you see, messer.
Can I land? May I, please?
Honorable,
it's not fair.
Who based on some documentary ne course na said
yes.
And also na wujina.
And then
honorable, maybe honorable na sa incident no. This in about Bekasa. Say the course on enye no kra na. About Bekasa.
Say
you see, now Ghana, we are modeled under the cocoa galamsey, your friend's economy. In the sense that cocoa nankasa, NDC in penny for no, and no DC for no. Oman cocoa farms since here, and then they are paying them off.
Okay.
Ghana and cocoa.
So one I told them pay them off.
Yes,
almost the evidence be any one of my to me and you
the issue is galamsey for no. They are being made. They are being made to pay daily. A minimum to 3,000, a minimum to 5,000, a minimum to 10,000. And then now, cocoa trees now. You see, our fear is that the president, our capacity to pay them and pay them the 3,100. I didn't just know big John no matter on cocoa.
3,006 now, okay.
I'm talking about your friend said.
No,
time
6.
Yeah, time no.
Yeah, was 3,100. But buy no date.
Let's see, I saw 2,500. Until which is which? They are better off staying at 3,100. Me, which you make 3,100. Co NDC say I'm 3,600. Opa pay me per or the 2,500. The losses, incidental losses are 600 per bag. All that I'm begging of the president, yes, Rano. Our influence, we your friend is saying, cocoa, gold before the new envelope by our receivables, 60% came from extraction, gold. I just said they are bent on it is the NDC government, Nangasa, and an agenda and say we will cripple the cocoa sector, make all the money off extraction, gold. That is why all our water bodies are going. All our your friend said our forest reserves are going. Then the last one is our cocoa trees. It's going, and it has to take more. Visit Despite Group. Visit cocoa farms, and you see the challenges they are going through. Ghana will not be part of the cocoa producing nations in the world, though. After 2028, because you are curtailing now, it's going to be worse. And another person with the brain.
Okay, honorable.
You see, Mestre, cocoa was and no, what can this see a cratch? Look, it is never the case, say, as a buy. You're best sorry, I will send me or can say, you're a cripple cocoa sector. Yeah, buy a 3,001. Nasa abrekra ne bo no so te ba dollar no pije mu kakra ne ye de call 3,600 yen mum because abanisa na nya politics a sebe ye beka de say ma kan atre be say look omo call sebe nkron ketua no kuku hia akuafo no videos om de to
am so omo ye akuafo wa kada de so omo ye akuafo
o da me nka sa tie mo na mo ko hia om na mo ba na mo beka ne mo se mo koto ye me see a kuafo papa no ha what am mo na mo baba
na me kuafo
me fa mi ma say mo se ni amo be ya mo be ya ma
chese mo nye kuafo
because you see
ona we dia kuafo papa
amo see amo ba be ya ma nyo so be frɛ from party for the be shia na omo che da bogu mu a na omo e bai ene omo krobi om course bi akuafo na nkasa hia say ye de empa ma nyosem ne omo hawo mom ne sa ban se what so cry ni problem yen sanka iska what bi eno na yen so eguso aye stress enye ne nko hwe bi nu aba koko asemi obi ode be ya ma nyosem na so wa sheda because omo breso we nya chemistry o enye physics ebu aye cotton ho no ena ban e de ba no ahwe ne ono be fa no ahwe ne ode be makuani no de ama no enye chemistry iti saa na mo nso mo ye no iti abo no ena nehwe ba bi abo na kodu o ka hom se o jai kokop asemo esi na ebi nsi koko sector hada abo no ba bi atia ba bedu e kwa na guso kra form and na no na make say I emphasize say ne na aban ato dada o koton no a o koton obebo kan o de $150 million ashem say da bi akuafo mintimi na adam and do de maje dada mama mo chet intimetua 3600 no de amamo na mom ye koya ni mu no mesra mo ntemase na no no de measure saba say generational problem say and both parties ya fairly cocoa sector because say ne well ye be bre ho ase aka say mo se mo ye ni ya mo kana Ghana fo ntie because say ne ye da so export beans no sa raw sa dia e ya we ho se and no na President Mahama say look me sa generational problem me fix it na me gini di because dumso your gas ni ade ni ye President Mahama ka say yes there is doom so I'll fix it and no na the single most important energy sector project any on President Mills the Ghana gas atoabo ene abeda ho e ma ye nia o mo presidential candidate bi kura kokoye board chairman ho edi ni obedi ni ade but ni nia mu no there be say I dey see your allowance nti allowance my allowance no so that's true but I'm saying very important say very important say so mine you be ni aji o mampani na bi say some waka no me ni ogide odimu say obe fix look what's 50% I mean no ya drink but yes, chassis if you baby. President Mahama is so humble, and you can't take it away from him. How make it can somewhere baby as you own to me? And the PBC mugunu to PBC. Eguya mafe PBC akasa no bi so ka ukuya dmo PBC aka jai. Minim.
Who's with him there?
I
don't know,
minim say on tesa ka unya. PBC guye and na President Mahama sa peja PBC. Enti kakra me say sadie na omfo say no ne campaign message. Me see oba kwa awo kra na nye yes kokoko akuafo. Ne omo ka wo bia galam say oh na refu say mo na mbeka galam say.
Okay, mama yanko next week. Me ba o me say okay so eno ka no baba me say ansana dog aba enti eye honorable kwajo ponkroma na dey nsemi atoja citizen judge cost of living not inflation you see dey akuafo do na emu nkra ka hodoma wo munye obi no ato koko asem a mo kan yi ene cashew it say so o ka say Ghana ni embo somo bi a na chese aho kire ene o modeka na o ka say inflation aba form na en reflect e wo nipa ne botomu a eno no na chese makasa ne intimi ewie peyo nti say ba na say judging the economy no me ade a it's not about inflation na kwani no e hwe so na say even o manfo no ebehwe so e de ajaje
kojo dika because inflation our 3 our 1 one's pocket ubotom you say kumbe or there ubotom anameboa the issue is President Obama State of the Nation address the state of the nation the state of your pocket just that it has nothing to do with econometrics can say 3% na 3% na napa minye adwuma here just like the president also among people 1 million ejuma 1 million ejuma I just say every constituency average consume 3,600 workforce but me me contextualize it to Tama Central. Tama Central, NHIS, omufa nipa baako. The constituency chairman, NDC, the constituency secretary, NDC, all functional executives, including their ward executives, Omkoloke here, who not good here. Your fair way manager, district manager, Ketwa, Ejuma Ketwa. And so when you 3,600, it just oppose that to inflation. And to purchase a Mr. Tama Central, no buy a Busia, NDC, MPP. What's it I say? Me Ejuma, me who's we Ejuma. Until when you 3,600 and car ejuma baako they had to go lock the place up because no pay ejuma no. Also inflation 3%. And na umbe bring na ejuma. Unko for ni na ejuma. Could just say inflation in one's pocket. And you mean na judge say inflation 3%. Na me koto dokun nkra dokun 3 cedi make me aka. Na me to nkra dokun 7 cedis. And call for my book one day be on page, be it NDC MPP, NDC for pan on my back. On page one, I have this
NDC for pan about
yes, I have
it is MPP for the Omujuma.
That say NDC the MPP provided my back.
No MPP for the
MPP for.
And
Ghana for my purchase say all that mechanics say they lie to them say. Inflation into your mom 1 million job. The 1 million job, and it's just like this, the same as what we have as inflation 3%. Inflation 3%. No mean you man here. What is the effect? But Tama Central, Cornwall constituency. Because we hear we truly offload unemployment by 3,600 Anna. And me, Kojo Dika, inflation 3%. And ya me boto. And then me roll it down.
A day.
Hey, pay your demand. I'm not you. Somebody easy. That reminds me. Me meet you. Me work condition by I meet you over 1,500 to 2,000 a month. You know. Me colleague from the other side. Our condition is 5. Also to us 500. Bosumi. And I
colleague ben.
And no dear, no, say or Bahasi Krama me Ebisa. I think I'm in fee East.
No, sorry.
MP. Or soon or referred to, no, or responded to as someone.
Or say me feel
Honorable Nicholas Amankwa.
Or say me feel. Or you say a condition back.
Because
it's because of our special cheat. Electricity, I cost 30%. I mean to me.
Special cheat,
special cheat. You see,
special cheat. No honorable me, but no special cheat.
You are still paying.
So why are you imposing?
All that American say. Me per se, I want to buttress the point. Could dry and say, honorable could do a point come and say. Inflation be 3% or even 1%, and you want the citizen pocket never trade.
Okay.
Just like President Mahama so we deliver 1 million jobs at Tama Central, Mimi constituency, Obianyabi. We NDC chairman, NDC secretary, functional now call because of one job placement. The young guy, young guy, NHS. I saw him on Friday. Me Friday, you know, because me NHS registration. I call Abi. The position Ketwabi. Obo ni pay them say, hey, and they are samaba. Until me amestre and say, President Mahama, deliver to the good people of Ghana 1 million jobs. No, you see you. And then never change the inflation because the it will have effect on the pocket. And I bet to say, well, inflation is truly a friend is a juma. Now, me juma here. Now say inflation was 3%. Nimbo say mom. To what end? What's one may go for 1 million a juma? No so me NDC pa me here money be here. Nimbo say mom. Mama fan go keten wie. President Mahama said nipa your friend is saying wa man go cost 720,000. 720,000 in Koko. When I did that maths, I just said, be 55. And this back could be about so that be a 1. But 5 no.
Honorable Charles Forson.
Yes.
Nipa no so by Koko 1.
I was doing the math with the person. Who divided number also me 55.
Oh, him fan.
I don't know constituency.
O constituency ono so nya ba ko.
Oh yeah, what?
We NDC ni.
No, yeah, NDC, MPP job my. Oh my. Some of them don't believe in the
men can say eh. All the idea ya the part didn't know because say on my house. Oh man penny onya pay o man penny and found so free political party we mu na ba.
Let him land with the argument. Now, they old chick into me market. They old chick e be quite 2 cedi. E be see about 10 cedi, 15 cedi. Let me use the average of 10 cedi. I just say or see what chunk of food with day old chicks. With 55, we multiply by 10 cedi, 550 Ghana. Mortality rate, we use 10% contingency. You need to use about 22. Wait, what is right? I just say, Uncle Konpenny at 6 to 8 weeks, you know. Let's just when you half. To what end? On my institution be 1,000 institution, Casio. Let me say, if you want to reverse the importation of poultry, is that how to go about it? Or you be just for the optics. To say me ye now.
But so any kind of journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step.
I mean,
don't you think say a step on my I take it the next one or there will be an increment in AM Kokono?
No. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We are not going to do it.
Okay.
All that I'm saying is, you see, he assured them say Obama Mujuma. So it is among us on business now 1 million jobs in the way. It is 3% inflation way. What is it?
Okay.
It's a mess, my colleague. Our boys and our girls, they need jobs. Me can't because me, BU, NDC, MPP, and I say Tama Central they busunya baako. We need jobs. Yeah, my pa. Yeah, my MPP, NDC, yeah, my Mujuma, what Tama Central. But for them to go and lock up NHS because of one job placement,
no interest. I don't know how they call.
Me the best name na call.
Why na dey call? NDC for na call.
Mu MPP ni na ona mo de we mu de call. Mo de na mo ankasa mo bufu ye e na mo call lock here. They lock the place up led by the constituency chairman, the constituency secretary. Minimum pa functional executives na any ward executives. Omo ko jan just one job. District manager's officer. Na mo so ma eduma 1 million. Na mo so inflation was 3%.
Matemeda say honorable media commander super choi.
Odi shaker.
Odi shaker. Ono we just quite change.
Enye no credit.
Upper board.
Oh, senia omo ye no. Eya na mare ho ba ne mani kakakra ne say. Ghana ni bia onimu na afe ba ko pe e na aba
auto jet
after omoba ebebu o man fie wotwe no na Ghana ni onim omonsa no adwuma bia anim ni omote enye enwanwa omo ewi abato edi ntwo ya no odin ebinsi Ghana da no dimrika say omo problem ye flag bearer no makọ elective flag bearer nti omo si campaign mode no won nsem a ade tu dwai meto me boas na me pese minua owie ona bo wie nkomo nia chese wahihye say obeka no enso odi any topic nkura so fa no de ba no ka wahu ni o
yes mo mu nyina bo so ba
me restrict me to topic man trap me now have insurance one can buy 4 times minimum interest now him kojo say honorable you see until America say Ghana na enika yen ye buman ye nyansha amanyo sebase tu ye omo nkoso no mun keka o say na inflation hu hia na emo we nipa nbotom o say the growth rate hu hia mete parliament that me say o me rep we beti obi I'm just sad na me so me debate here
I don't know
me rep we because politicians ade aye double standards ne doso.
What you say double standards?
Double a throw double. No, you say and I'll prove it. Nyabutre.
Honorable.
A throw no dos. Yes, sir. And no the Ghana for whom we are no buafu yen. Young for principle and find your politics. Minya. Look, Kojo is not known for that. But minim yenti amoye ne sa.
Tinisa mo kan na de hin na
because inflation we here. Kojo, I know say Kojo answer no be reading law no why economics. Kojo say inflation your friend is a growth rate hu here.
But also man for will judge you based on what they can.
Name when inflation. If it happen na Kojo hu. If it happen yeti krom ha.
Sabe maimu.
Oh me da say. Oh. Ya mind. Yeti o maimu. Eh ni presem. Emma. Yes, theory, economic theory, be mad. Say Adam Smith, the economics by one kabida. And they say if the fundamentals are weak, say be by ya be do me na nan want to brofu kura hu as a breaker. Because be yeah someone you no boy or say, and if you are in doubt, check the exchange rate. And now see who here. Man the can asem no nipa no on so no na be boy savior for Ghana no more head him say 2028 obesa ba bio no ono the propound is that theory no say be seed da waka asem obi kojo kan ho honorable bo say if the fundamentals are weak exchange rate to expose you no omo organize a press conference IGP appeal to otemba bi odwen ho yes betena ho bi oni ya loko dollar no desafo ama ma papa na nim ye basa go no nim sa asem e na mo ka sense mo ni ase ma ya de e na bibia ye kama ejigu ye no e na president Mahama buy there is no way I will be to discount macroeconomics because micro no fi macro no macro no be also nim say it is also not the case say enyema aye stable chain first you can inflation and deflation but at what point and answer at what level na cost room it is minuaba oh de enye Mahama enye Akufo-Addo na enye Bawumia is it not the case and enyema is stable kakra chain kane no adan ne enka no krenche kojo se den onim se na kojo no ye omo in 2024 no on no ye omo manifesto committee omo manifesto committee no na no vice chairman kojo koye press conference me kan ama double standards na ya diti kroma ade aye because of amanyosem because of to me nti ye twan tro kire Ghana ne ye kase ne ochena ne yadane no mame kan kire mame bre kojo upon kroma vice chairman of the NPP manifesto committee the Akufo-Addo administration has said the Akufo-Addo government has successfully fulfilled 70% of the pledges made in the 2020 manifesto. Be but me ma quotation na he. Ni ayeye ukrum ha. Or say if you look at our economy, we a direct quotation. If you look at our economy, the big basket of our economy, various variables are going into it. Growth, tiekoyo, growth, inflation, and cost of
living.
Yes, and cost of living. If you take all these parameters from 2016 to 2020, the story is clear. Where the trends were going from 2020 up till now, we all see from all those indicators the key ones that had some major changes. Inflation, direct quote.
Inflation one day.
You see, oh, you might yes sir. Kojo yeminu he knows utie mi awunim na nye. Inflation and currency depreciation have been perhaps the most significant. Kojo speaking, direct quote. Perhaps has been the most significant. You have seen growth picking back after the turnaround that we went through. You have seen currency depreciation, though is significant, going down to arrest the situation. We have seen inflation trending downwards because some interventions were made. Bebre say ubie wa no kasa asemi manifesto committee chairman vice chairman have a catchers you must see because there is significant by your currency any inflation now says I runs up the inflation call 54 and I'm sad about 23 tie mu se se wa ya de wan be ka se sebe me ma me oche atem takrase wan ko hwe ni botom sa abre no embisa se na biama onsa akanska intime ko kan wo mframa ma kire media se aban ama oska wo se inflation paper so na na wo ye economist aye minister for or no a minister for information as a minister for works and housing wo kire se no ye enough very significant currency no sa braining per $1 na 15 no se mo ayade but then there o se tanya man 1 year pe to me am openti madane mo ho anu se mo ho ani se ho hia sa kasa no yenya ikakura na yemra nyema bisa ya maame no mo se obubotom tesen no obubotom tesen ansa na muja to me na ma President Mahama me se hwe me nua ba se wo ene ompanifo e wa ha mo na mo ka asem a metie mo pa na nyom because double standards no doso mo jaga na sen ene ne hwe energy sector umja eka over $80 billion no umja to lo odi adanse say ye beto aba in 2024 power no na ase ejina eyi yes IPPs ni be crash and trust me ye ka dum so a lack of capacity nye nsu ya ato a ebupo bi edi duma eyi duma ba because breach crowd light me dum but you see power na wo consume no power na wo consume no se power na e produce no and so power na e consume na ye che e no ye friend dum so ti IPPs ni o madwen say o mo produce bi wa that is where we are doomed but enne what is ankomo ni bi President Mahama has been so far 1 year per over $1 billion e dia mo President Mahama was so confident to tell us parliament say no kwasem enne gas aye use watua ka obetu ye ni am enne gas aye use no enne ye neka eti ama arehemu bia eden aba system nim sebi ene President Mahama look in the entire because in the Fourth Republic aban bia you hold more this call local government officers to say aban we eti ene member of parliament e wa ha say onim pa 4 quarters ni for 2025 eko ebinti da nti onya bi e de ye niema e de boa wa ne eko e bia menim nia na o mansi kra chete okwa won sabeka because I can confidently say I buy this can near 4 quarters ni near could be see that. I buy promises over to your friend is saying assembly members allowance. So to ya no to ya. I buy promises say over 100,000 students last year 125,000 students are almost fee stress free fee stress no fee stress policy no. Otuya no to ya. At the end of the day, President Mahama is so humble to say oh no. On me kase wadane Ghana heaven adwuma wo ho ese but look anybody ni madam ha so say a secret ballot na mo ankasa mo koto aba before ni now it is far better now than it used to be far better look the beer ni hono mo obi ani hono mo betimi aka say there are no challenges but if it happens say ene kojo o kan sa de we ya no mo timi achieve growth rate of 3.1% kojo say bin si da it is ene se President Mahama dey over 6%. We see no dey ma yen kan no ni edi because of a minority leader the respected Afenyoma Kimi senior at the bar otimi kasa ya kan say ewo that many we diplomatic call we are senior ehwe yen president ho obi ate ho o say nsem aka ni anya inflation ni ebedi enya macroeconomics ni ebedi this way his words that me rewo yi I thought it be an elevated discussion you can say me I concede say look yes inflation akofom niema akofom fuel akofom but the edwadifo bi ma President Mahama abregu me no ya oni me be ya adwen because ebinom o tsese niema ye ton ni dwa so na wo hwe indicators na adenti na niema ni do ye ton no sa abo na ye ton no we can have that discussion but you see me so person just have discussion we can have a devoid of politics and I'll side with you but when you have the bet say oboa na your politics no more ya that is why I have a problem
nanti honorable based on asema wakasi CA if you honorable say honorable Kojo Ponkomaye politician
we can't throw no
there be any me patro no dey and na to be asema kan no onyi ni say ono so ewo in the shoes of
market
me bo sa market na me be say wasana
Kojo
in the shoes of some markets, woman, they say the word me to say, a binomo amado money or moye yama, President Mahama, abrego. When you saw no shoes, mom would not say, sa and reflect it we say inflation na kofo de na surprises no and reflect it and we living
and no politics no mo because kenye sa no be kan ko be call out the market woman because could you understand what has happened.
Okay, man.
Are you getting it? Could you only economics Britain?
Sorry.
O ti ase pa o wa sheda. Oh. To me keke o, me say l'agence no mu nya a ene ni obi no mu jira o se so mo nya. No nya sare
mo kan sem di
petrol. President Mahama at least onye bibia pepepe ba waye bi. Se me ene omo a. At least money 2 years bi hwa de. Yes, chance e na koko.
And I also bet me the intensity be abo mo set ma mo ba ntem bi on especially a bano galamsey issues oh within 2 weeks within 1 month we can do this we can do that and also so be
you see
be so
you say ene me a lawyer ni you see obi a mokro ya bra ne se obi a mokro no police na mo ehwe adechi ya no obi akoboko enti ene ma ne bi obeti ya control ni na o chena na obi aye that is a different thing but you see it's only moral authority typical galamsey asema ya na nwa yeah MPP galamsey krom hamu typical madam mo nyama ka ye betie but enyo credibility be no mo lawyer no mo ye wo kroma
okay my dog embremo ye very
nice so ba mama rapia
o rapia po bi o
so on can be obi a na ma rapia
mo obi a rapia
be on abudo we wo de mama me meja 1 minute and so we are
ma ti dog mama me
no obi a ka de o be kenyina
me ma rapia me chia etiefo di obi
o ma dane substitute hostess
enya some get wa
yeah Kojo asemo kai it's clearly a reflection of the reality okay on the ground and siakasi inflation asiacheshen na sichire na pra anything and inflation and it's a prices of goods enyoma bo ebe kosoro over time a brano say a kosoro a brano a just na emu ayehu pa but it take time say bia na wotwe mienu ana se busome ana quarter say na chese a bit stable okay na in economic communication no sa inflation issues anyway no and reflecting in the pocket of the citizens about an interesting tension within the the economic debate no ukoka na akwakọ yedin ye hwe edan bo ni ye hwe other product utility services enyoma light water feduane food inflation ni sanuma na ampa ukodwa so a utumi se enyoma wo soro but the rate at which na ekosoro no na abrasi kakra
so abrasi on
okay. and the rate and abrasi kakra
compared with
so but near tiani say
the rate at which as the increment
the timi dana bia oko edwaso ne 3 days time now oko now
because of because electricity because do ko be for ne honorable for ne wa ku electricity asem
food inflation is very common entina can say asem no say it does not reflect in their pocket. Because they be didi. Obi betimi agase me light bia me na light them. Enti ono wo na se me papa to nsu.
Dog obi bet na waka se on that light.
Oh benya stubborn baako bia enya
but we say majority no so light no dey age.
Majority. Yeah, enti ono de enti ono no se ono na enkosa because aban be nhye kra na odi tudwa.
Electricity no.
Me can in the general explanation of inflation.
Oh, okay.
Into no tariff no way no. A move based on the external senior kind external shocks war but food inflation is very serious. Very serious because obi did that. So you free her in a bear world. No, it's no. So I world no. Not just say you be feel the pinch if there is inflation. Na indeed I wo na inflation yentimi rule inflation out of the equation because inflation mean improve it is clearly an improvement in the macroeconomic gains so into no edru high yentimi nkase yemfa edi edwuma pa na yenuanum se wa onim se edru baby a advantage anyway ntino ne tie ne se won omu Philippines no omu no mu determine the reality of the inflation but say na make no in economic communication it's a serious debate nia aban betimi aye ama say inflation ni wo hokra na manfo ho nkire won no e tackling certain things are in terms of production ye betimi aye wo Ghana ha because ye hwe eduane a ye ntosu yi Burkina ye na anu ya ye nuanom ma ko kochire wo aden na ye won sase akomadan eye akomadan krama ko ekire body asi ha ne nsawam kwan su nyina afran place nyina wo ho ye betimi adua ntos ama na ye aden na was ye coffee ntos e free Burkina ni spending another thing so e ma dollar no so no e ko soro ebi ni wo spend dollar no e kokoto ade wa manane e be affect where you your friend is saying where CD strength no your local currency and for me no I think say near betime e dia so ano no se ye behwe ye fie the domestic policies no ye behwe se ye bedua agriculture e be tackle no and expand our production of all the various food crops ye expand na kwabam yen trem na ba ne say aduane de ono e na nkrofo da be depending e wo so dia ka say o say why inflation rate no stable but metie comedeme ono ka onti ase nti sa na
we say inflation no form there but the reality
na interest
and reflect on me
but interest nti omo no omo the best judges the citizens no omo the best judges to affirm or disconfirm say indeed is the reality on the ground. Yeah.
Okay, so Mate, honorable me ma wosima na wapi up so won che bia na wo dia ma ye brain us one say sorry so. Hey, honorable bedia ko.
What's in the second?
Say
Mijidi said I will still continue. Say I'm pleading with Mr. President Mahama. On with Ghana Adoye. In a sense, on reverse winning from 2,500 to 3,100. In a sense, motivating one reverse, motivating call for cocoa farms no. Na ripple effect ebenya Ghana so so dire. Ebesre. Enam yesre no. Galamsey now so Nimbebunu ono ane call ehechire to the extent say you will DC for be omoma receipt official receipt say every day omoji omusika enti say oba was it a lip service now all come Ghana for so muntie now ono anka session call for nechi say they should go ahead because blue water boys so there and now omuntumi ya hwio ye besre no. We need clean water. We need clean water. We need to reserve our forests, and we need to restore your friends the confidence our cocoa farmers in Omowo because it's your Omo cocoa farmers.
Okay,
Mada Ghana for us.
Oh, say nye amanyo sem ye.
Rapia po.
Enya amanyo sem ye. Any to me aye pekeke. Ene se ya hihye niam se yenka. Ewura tema central yenu ya cocoa ho. Enso ya ka kire no se uko aka ni se uko me fiko ba bi ebia koko me ba
me se obia we bi
me se bi ebia
ni bi no nya adwene a so se dia bante bi ko ka se
me kire se ya
ya kuchiri sara mo kan fo no hwehwe so no bi na me mpese
me ba o se dia ya kuchiri se sa na ya mo kan fo ene ya dia so nka I don't know more kan because you see in some kan no serious this is energy galamsey for with receipts. Yes. Said then you see some minimum into you know say yes sanity. We a contractor crown the earth moving machine at the back district. Assembly no je because omo sa a bylaw say. I mean so
fine na dey nyina no mo je.
Minim ni omo je bro sa. Enti ano ya ko ba akoka say omo tonga tie nsam na o ka no nsase no DCs no na eboa na omo twa kokoo bu ni ade. But you see enti onya ika utie Nye wom nye afi na me bre na hyase ho de na me tie fi.
Honorable.
Uda bi wada. Send ya why come na mfi set you say see how. Bi enhwe come na mo be to.
Patronize.
Why come on.
We are only trying to patronize.
You see, and you one was MPP for yes sir. Because omo GD wo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Nti emede. So betimi solve Ghana problems. Nti enema ifie wotwe omo ntimi anye. Na Ghana eye no. Omsi ni nia within 1 year. President Mahama nye ni nia. Yate. President nso age atum o say yes. Me jitum say problem wo. Na nkanya wanwa. Eden na mo ye mfie wotwe a ya be sei no. Afi penny o. Omo nkyere yen say om de Ghana could do heaven. And a President Mahama abetwe ya sa akọ hell. They can't say it. Bo record nka sa abre o kan. Na ka o kan record. O say dem mebu padwuma. Yesu. Ona bo say mebu padwuma. O say push in for say ye maybe pa na o say o MPP for. O say MPP ni NDC ni a. Ka wa bo record no no wa kire yen. Enyuma he na o man. Enyim enipa he na na ye adwuma ne President Mahama ba ye o munya adwuma bi. Muja nurses muja about 4-5 batches at the Guho.
Mate,
and ye buy ye in your ben heritage. Ya two about ye mo lusu ye pe and I'm recruit to by ben heritage. Yes, so me essential service. It ya started to can. Mammy Fenway. Ye best say wo ya man yourself. That's all per se Ghana 40 was here. Ye the young brassy and no cray and a send your President Mahama or see your better how. Or share and resolve how not the legacy at the ato and ye kase 125 ministers with land cruisers with salon cars momo fire mobi obi adwa President Mahama and then pay 58
honorable
as 58 na adwuma omo bo a woni mu no enye bi kura ne niamoye no enti munya abotre e bi after 32 years ye 16 o kan bo mu a 32 years se mo ba na sabre ya chechire Ghana edu baabi a mo ba mo sai no kura enye yi na itimi aboa itimi nya abotre kura enye ne me an sure
ma menje o wrap up na yes
yeah ne meka ne say no kura de e daddy afanu no nyina no edu baabi a say all seek to get into the free or can nyoma e be favor no na ono nso no oba power won de o san so ye de eka intina eba ne sa na amanfo adwene abomu ntanta I was say yetimi hu what is really happening. So is this the truth or we are just being winked with something that we cannot really explain? I think say yema peri yo any nukwaridie enwaya fan na Ghana ebetumpon afanu na obi obeba so bia no na kuma so ade se obeboa ma omano akonka ti nyina yemwa.
Okay, Matse painful medamasepa wo momre ene mo
ma you afiso nya kaka why come and ranko what time ni nti no baby o dey afan so the beginning now was starting the one mama say baby that person diwie
no me say diwie
come on kase nyamisha ampa why the watch so Ghana why the pa nyamisha
ebusia for na some of them pro so ye di ho enkomo Ghana demand probe into Lebanon attack as 4 peacekeepers injured in missile strike. Mahama Dabo speaks on impact of external shocks on Ghana. So and a citizens judge cost of living, not inflation. Honorable Pon Kromasimo de 2 Janonom. Honorable Charles Folson, a member of Parliament, Ematema Central. Honorable Baye Dana Sibi Brisa, so and Honorable Bernard Bediakon. Esquire and so a member of Parliament Emma Akwetia you don't know boss and then the first time I made it hey honorable oh you brutal so and a doctor here for the Abua a lecturer political communication Wisconsin University College executive director Migration Web Africa Doc Yedasepa e wonim dia woni e be che no and that venye mu soja na we say na doc aka me say ya okay abusa for ye DAC hadofo bi di o ma woda enti good happy birthday to Constable Dakwa Charles our Oti region FPU Free Victor AJ hono enti Victor say o ma happy birthday Constable Dakwa Charles Awo Oti region FPU and wawoda enti happy birthday to you. Nyame won show na wonye kese pa abusuafo said the honorable esi ato ne bo akamfo media mame fa se da PSA ene aseda chechire nche pa ema awofa daroma na nei se wo hwe me nsaso a Ghana ni mapa amamre kasa yes amamre papa efie ene awofa ntini ema ehye mi nyina wo pebi ato a ubenya ewa wofa ewo despite media ya abron sign no ne form hono mo paint abanso ne form mo pe udru hono ma bisa wofa obi abekyerɛw ene opikin tent Ghana month yi mu fo ani di ekyira eye news anchor ene presenters e wanyu di ahofama na utumi se esisi so papa de yi ehye ye ho ye nim ha se ya ennyoma ye duadua wo ye fie twa ye ho hye ye di san sa ye yare no eno na wofa e de ababetwa hye e wo ahasenti so hie ni nyina bia ukoda na ubenya bi enso atofra wofa wo 020 436 6774 020 436 6774 eno ene awofa number eyemi akasa menu apanyini adwo ye boaje na posehema ono ene tai eye awofa echi enti kwana koto okente no niema de toto yensa onfoma de fugu ni nyina misoko na ubenya bi we nyina ubenya bi ewo ho ne ahene mapapa bi ubenya bi ewo awofa enti medana se ana paper odofo hu ye mobo ode ochina dom ya Adekye Nsroma ewo ho no mama me so refi so emi yimpa ye ma wo senyame ontutu wanamo nsi ye wai me gine di pa eti me sa de bia so ode tu nenim obeya ma ba bia wo kwa ede wo ha obebre wo no nyame ntwe won sa onti nenim ntwe na won hira won sa no adwuma so esan se josem ne se ensa anya adwuma eni di nti won se ye adwuma wo ne papa mu ne de nyame nso be hira so ede ama asada kese nkoma de enta crew ewo chigina pa o mo de abo wo fie a wo jebra share yen so asada kese ye wo de online form a mo de mo comment e ba ye nyina so me de mo nyina ase me de dia bena chi boache me na o ma penya me mana ho den pa no ma ne nyini chani nim de no fa mu man san se koyi ye nyina enso ye betre mo okay nti abusia for ye de nyina esi ha nyame admo chene be sign mu e de ahia makram